Hey folks, this is Vagrant. Welcome back to Avowed. In the last video, we kind of did our whole shebang. We shaved Scatterscarp, but doomed some people in the process. We still don't know who has been doomed, and I suspect we're going to find at least a little bit of that out in this video. But until then, we have to have a little chat with everyone. So, Yatsli!
Envoy, we need to discuss what you did in the ruins.
You're proud of me, right?
I just hope we made the right decision. Those ruins are priceless, and I truly look forward to exploring them again in the future, but I don't know that I'll ever truly accept what we did. What I did. Usually I know the right answer. It's obvious. Here, though.
Just to confirm, I don't care about the ruins. Like, that wasn't why I did this at all. It was to halt the Dream Scourge.
I know. We've seen enough pain caused by the Dream Scourge. Things have been unreal. We spoke to actual ancient Aedyrs in the ruins. I was able to ask questions and get answers.
Must be the luckiest historian alive.
And it's all thanks to you and your weird god, Sapodal, was it? Oh, big fan. But to go through the trials ourselves? Oh, could we be any luckier?
Well, I did get set on fire and fall off a cliff. But other than that, yeah. The trials were worth it, if only to feel like I know where I belong now.
Fascinating. I can't imagine what it was like to grow up a godlike with no god. I'm glad you got answers, sweetheart. Well, I have to start writing this all down before I forget. But do return if you think of any other juicy details.
I'm all about the juicy.
Always a pleasure, Envoy.
Are you done with... Nope, Yatsli, let's chat.
I've been trying to sort my thoughts since we left her domain. We met Ringrim. The Ringrim. Master illusionist of the Circle of Archmagi. And we impressed her. She even offered to make me her apprentice.
Getting the feeling that Ringrim's a big deal to you.
As smart as you are, Envoy, I sometimes forget that you are still a layperson. It doesn't feel real. But it is. Oh, Handra's titties. What am I going to do? If I take the apprenticeship, I'll have to leave Quilici and Fjord. And what about my study of the godless? I've spent my whole life with them.
I'm not a layperson. I'm a mage. Ah, God. Who else will tell the story of the Aedyr if not you?
Oh, you even learned their proper name. I can't believe you listened. You'll make me cry at this rate. I'm not a kid anymore. I can't do everything all at once. There are only 26 hours in a day. I love my life as it is now. Exploring as I wish and coming home to open arms and a warm bed. I don't want to give that up. But this is something I never even dreamed of. But it's big. It won't leave room for much else. And I'm too old to... Oh, Envoy. What would you do?
I think you should go with Ringrim, but I'm always going to favour breaking out of whatever you're doing and just trying something new.
I know. That's the whole issue. I've learned magic through my own means, reading and studying on my own. How much more could I learn with her? And how much faster? Within a fortnight, I could rule the world.
Oh, gods. I'll stick with the secret sleeping god that whispers who knows what in our leader's head, thank you very much.
Thank you, dearie. I can't promise I'll act on it, but I really appreciate the advice. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to write a letter to Quilici. He'll never believe me.
If he's alive... Oh, and again.
I wish we could have done more for them. Capo and Chico, I mean. But if I were in his shoes, I hope I'd make the same choice. Though I'd like to pick a more fun way to die.
There's no good way to die, Yasli.
Obviously, you've never heard the phrase drug-fueled sex heart attack. I can only hope that at the end I have some control over things.
My band name,
That I
actually.
can go out as Yatsley.
Wizard extraordinaire, godless expert, Balrog in the bedroom.
And don't you forget it. But it gives you something to think about. I mean, not everyone gets to come back like you did, Envoy. Well, that's all I had to say. I'll let you get back to whatever you were doing. Unless there's something else you want to chat about? How can I help, darling?
Very chitty chatty today, aren't you, Yasli?
Don't mind if I do.
Yasli is finished. Kai, you're going to be angry with me, but that's
This might
okay.
sound weird, but can I have some of your fur?
Huh?
Well, that's quite the way to start a conversation. Why do you want my fur?
I think I could use it as insulation.
But if you want me to keep you warm at night, you need only ask, darling. The Quilichi might have something to say about it.
Right. Well, sorry I asked.
Kai!
Seeing Capo like that was hard, Envoy. He'd just given up, and we let him do it.
Who is Capo? I'm sorry, like, they've both been talking about Capo. I'm like, I don't know who this is off the top of my head. It's his choice to make.
It should have been Chico's, too. You helped me come to terms with losing Tama. I just worry we've robbed Chico of that chance.
Chico will be okay. They're stronger than you're giving them credit for.
Maybe so.
He's definitely going to have more to talk to me about.
I'll be here if you need me.
No? Have we kind of cleared that? Alright then. Giata!
Can we talk a moment? I wanted to pick your brain about Shatterscarp. How much do you really know about Aedyr?
Big. Green. It's a rock that's something to do with the passage of souls.
Not bad. Aedyr is a physical manifestation of a metaphysical phenomenon. A mineral that takes our souls from death to rebirth.
Basically what I said.
We severed the Aedyr and Naku Kubel to slow down the Dream Scourge. But at what cost?
You think there will be unintended consequences?
That would be putting it lightly. The souls of the dead who go looking for a passage to the beyond will have nowhere to go. They'll be lost in darkness. Some will find their way to an Aedyr pillar, far from Shatterscarp. But others could wander this land for centuries.
I never really considered that. Could anyone help them find their way?
A watcher, maybe. It's a shame we haven't got one. Try as we might to help others, we won't always succeed. Even the dead can suffer the consequences of our actions. I just wish the world and its problems would leave us alone. Even for a moment. Give us time to focus on our mission. Ourselves.
No. That's why I cherish these talks, Giata.
As do I. We both deserve a little peace. And if the world will not give it to us, then we'll just find it in each other.
Aww.
While I have your ear, can I ask you one more question?
Lay it on me.
Something about Inquisitor Ludwig has been getting to me. She seemed eager to distinguish your Aedyran loyalty from your nature as a godlike, as though the two are incompatible. She believes you can be loyal to your country or to your nature, but not both. Do you find that unusual?
I mean, it depends. Sabadal is a living land's god. The Aedyrans... I can't remember who the Aedyrans worship. But God and state should not be connected. I mean, they are in this game often, but God and country should not be connected whatsoever. You should be able to worship whoever the hell you like, or nobody. The dissolution of church and state was a very important thing.
But what about you, her kinsman? When you rejected Ludwig's offer, she wasn't surprised. As though she saw it coming. Ludwig clearly respects you, but I don't believe she trusts you.
I did kill her people.
Anyway, that just had me thinking. Could be nothing, or could be something. Time will tell. Get some rest. You deserve a nap. For that matter, so do I.
I do think the game pretty vehemently pushes you away from caring about Aedyr and towards caring about just the people, I suppose.
So, we found a map to the garden. Now we see how accurate those ancient godless cartographers could possibly be. Not sure how helpful that map will be, really. There's probably a reason no one's been to the garden in centuries.
Well, you didn't have the map. It's because no one knew the way, exactly. Yeah. It'd be interesting to do a playthrough of this game and pick completely opposite choices and just see how it goes down, you know?
Right. I think the sea of acid surrounding it had something to do with it, too.
Excuses.
I figure either it's a complete dud and there's nothing really there, or we all lose our minds the second we show up. Either way, was it worth it? Who knows?
Worth it to me.
Then that's all that matters, I guess. Let's go. Anyway. If I must.
Are we done being chitty chatty? Nope.
Listen, that back there, in the ruins, that was a lot. I know you passed 3 trials, but I'm not sure what that means exactly.
How to appease the spirits.
Right. Makes sense. The important thing is that you did it. It's not that I didn't enjoy tromping around in the ancient death trap, getting bossed around by spirits and all that. But I really do hope this was the last time. That kind of humidity does terrible things to my beard.
Oh, tell me about it, buddy.
Anyway.
I got a new brush this week for my beard. It's good. It's doing good work.
You too.
Bloody hell, Marius.
Let's not do that again. Let's stay out of Archmage's domains from now on. Sure, we made it out alive, but that outcome felt out of my hands more than I'd like.
I don't think Ringgrim wanted to hurt us.
Oh, that small army of skeletons she sent after us might care to differ. Anyway, I'm glad to be out of there. Time to curl up with some jerky and a few swigs of Wodak. Anyway.
I feel like the skeletons, it was more just prove that you are strong enough to chill, you know?
Thanks for talking.
No worries, bud. Right. Exciting times. I guess I can drop Yardley now. You want to chat sap at all?
How could they? Beloved that you are, and still they bared their fangs. We blessed the Jabaru Sinakis, and they prick us in return.
You did kill them all. I trust you. You can't deny there were casualties.
Blood on the wire. Roots like a wall. We only meant to protect. We thrashed against the blinding light to keep the Akita safe. We never wanted this. So many seedlings lost. We grieved, but we saved many.
As long as you promise this is in the past, we can move on.
The moon waxes from darkness. A new turn. New memories. Yet still the branches swipe. We mourn. We could not be to blame. They should have shared our love. Their spite? This we could not foresee. But you are here. A green shoot after the fire. You would not raise your hand against us.
Depends on whether you hurt the people I love.
Words like bile. This is not our way. Sleep now. Dream of golden poppies on the road ahead.
I like you, Sapadal, but I feel like you need to be reined in every now and again. Much as gods would. This is the thing. And why I'm not religious. As well as many other reasons, but in part, it's just... I've talked about this before, but if gods were real, and you kind of see it with Sapadal, she doesn't understand why they're angry, right? She killed so many of them, and yeah, maybe she saved some of them in the process, and she did it inadvertently. But if gods were real to this extent, they would have such monumental power above human capability and understanding that they just wouldn't think of our lives as worth anything. You know what I mean? Like, if God was real, God wouldn't really care about us. Or at least no more than that's an interesting point. How can you believe in God and eat a cow? You know what I mean? Like, are we more... a cow is one of God's creatures, right? I guess you could suggest that God put them there to provide sustenance for us. But I don't know if God would agree with that. I think God, if God was real, would be kind of looking at us eating the cows and stuff and go, what are you doing? Why are you eating my cows? My lovely cows. Why are you eating them? Stop doing that right now. We prioritize humanity and raise ourselves up to be something more important. That if God were real, we likely wouldn't have that importance. There's no reason we'd be any more important than any other animal on the planet, but naturally we raise ourselves up to that importance. The inherent, you know, humanity was created on its own day as part of the creation myth. Sorry, I don't mean to call it a myth, but as part of the creation, according to the Bible, humanity was given its own day, you know, so were the fish. I don't know why fish are so important.
Who needs that?
But
Oh, you're back.
let's be honest. If God is real, blah 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 blah, then the chances. This is actually my main problem. If God is real, the chances of it being anything like the one in the Bible is nonsense. I'm not against spirituality and even a potential God. I would suggest that I'm more against organized religion because there's just no way it's correct. It's, as far as I'm concerned, 0% chance. I don't think there's a God either, but there's more chance of that than there is of religion. Because we just wouldn't know. It's nonsense that we would possibly know what God would want from us. So, yeah. Distant death. Yeah. I don't know. Can I buy... Anywho, Tometi! You're gonna be angry with me. He looks angry.
3 dozen dead, of no apparent causes. They just fell over. Like their hearts were stopped in their chest. What did you do, Envoy? I know you're involved somehow.
I'm sorry, Tometi, there's no other option.
Bullshit. There was always another option. Something better than this massacre. Dozens are dead, Envoy. Their loved ones scream for them. What was all this for?
To stop the Dream Scourge.
The costs were too great, Envoy. And you paid them with third-born blood. I hope your fucking decisions haunt you forever. You've cost so many families their loved ones.
Anyways, I need to go to Galloway's Tusks.
You have my permission to go anywhere else. Get out of my sight, Envoy.
Well, that went badly. Anywho. I guess we are done with this area, which means it's actually time to finish the Totem of Revelations. So we've got four of the pieces so far. 3 to go. You found a piece of the idea of blah, blah, blah. Near a flame-scarred town lost to history, the Amethyst Eye dwells in a cave of mystery. A flame-scarred town... Well, let's go with the Shatscope. A flame-scarred... Isn't that up here? Where is it? Ruined village. It could be that, but I don't think it is. Where? How did I get in here? Oh, no, I was thinking infected home. There was a town. Is it the infected one? They set it on fire, right? It's not there, though. Maybe it is the homestead. I can see it in my mind's eye. I can picture the town that had been set on fire. I think it was part of the Sulphur Mines base camp. I don't know if that would count as the town they're talking about, though. But I'm pretty sure it got set on fire. Would I have missed a totem piece here? Because I did explore this area. Oh, I wonder. I'm gonna. Right. I'm gonna bring Yotsley with me because we might need her for. There is inside the mine, at least, a thingy. You know what I mean? Does this not work? Did I never fix this? Very curious. I want to see how big this is. It's not that big. That's pretty cool, though. You can shatter it to do that. Do. Alright, cool. Something new. Mix things up a little bit. This is not where I want it to be. So it must be the homestead. Right? Yeah, I think so.
Something for everyone.
Alright, let's go try it out. If it's not this, then that abandoned town over in Shark's Teeth is not a bad shout either. I think it is this, though. No, it's not. Where is it? I'm not crazy. There's a town. I remember it. I remember the burnt town. Is it Skadeclef? Is it this? Skadeclef. I swear it was right at the start. There's no more buildings. It's not the base camp for sure. It's not the homestead. I think it must be Skadeclef. I'm gonna go check Skadeclef. I want to try my weapon out. I need to hit someone. I'm also going to start looting again. I mean, these aren't the ones I need, but I do need more plants. Plants and metals are holding us back quite a lot at the moment. Like I said, I really want to get up to that next tier ASAP when we get to the next area. This is what I was looking for. Right, so. Journal. Near a flame-scarred town lost to history, the Amethyst Eye dwells in a cave of mystery. So it says near the town. Right, is there anything on the map? What's this? I mean, I've obviously been in there, but I think it's probably in the grotto. In the grotto. There is a pile of rubble in here that Yatsley can open. I vaguely remember that. Although I don't know, no, that might be elsewhere. That might be the mines. Let's go check the grotto out anyway. If it's the building I've got in mind, I can picture where the rubble is. But we'll see if it is. I think it probably is in here though. Do I have a map for this area? No. In the grotto. That looks very painful. I can't think of any other. Oh, look, it's a burned out village. Whether this is the right cave or not is another thing, but I'm pretty sure I'm in the right area. I'd be very surprised if it wasn't. Cave of Mystery. Sure is mysterious. But I mean, I've been here, obviously, so I don't know how I would have missed a totem piece. Oh, also, I learned a thing today. Oh. I thought I was going to drop and I'd be able to pick it up. Oh well. I think it just came up here, but I'm just making sure. Fully exploring. Yeah, I've been up here. I can no longer slice and dice to get through webs, so I'm going to have to blow them up with fire. It's a little sad, actually. Well, we'll see. We may end up swapping back to the last light of day. I was also thinking, is it not going to be worth putting points into... There's so many things I want to spend points in now. Is it not going to be worth putting points into Pull of Eora, even? To make it stronger for our mace. Although it's going to cost 3 skill points to do so. It's quite a lot. This is not the cave I was thinking of, by the way. Can I get out this way? Yeah. Okay. Well, if it is here, I didn't find it. I think I'm thinking of the mines. I can picture it in my head. But I don't think that would be close enough. I'm just going to see if there's another cave in the area. Cave of Mystery. I mean, the mines aren't that far away, but they are far enough away. If I was a Cave of Mystery, where would I be? It might be over there. This has got to be the right place. It's a burned out village. It has to be the right place. Oh, hello, hello, hello.
I'll wager those artifacts you found fit together somehow. Let's have a closer look at camp.
Sweet. Right, 2 to go. The Emerald Eye rests on an unfinished likeness, not far from unnatural iciness. So that's going to be Ringgrim's domain. Let's head back up here then. An unfinished likeness. So we're looking for a statue. I can partially see that in my mind's eye. We're looking for an unfinished statue. Or painting, I guess. Probably a statue, given the area. Sorry, I've got an itchy eyeball. I see a statue in front of me, or I see a rock. I'm not sure. That's the problem with unfinished statue. It kind of just looks like a rock. No, we want to go... it's going to be this way, not this way. You know what I mean. Let's just keep an eye out, folks. I guess we didn't fully explore this area. We explored quite a bit around here, but maybe there's more to be found. If I had to guess, it'll be around here. Unfinished statue. They're immune to poison. What's the point? Well, now we get to do this, and then this should cast Pull of Eora. It did. Everyone was a mile away from me, so it didn't matter, but still. That seems quite strong. Go, bull, go. Pew, 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 pew. It's going to take some practice. And hopefully enemies that are not poison resistant. If we get to the 4th area, and every enemy is a skeleton or a spirit, then I'm going to be swapping back to the last light of day. I'll tell you that much. I don't think it's down. What's that there? Oh, is this that's the tower, isn't it? That was booby trapped. Booby trapped. Traps made of boobies. The bird, you guys. The bird, obviously. Did I know this was here? I don't think I had this camp. Otherwise I would have no, I don't think I did. I guess we never went down here. Let's have a little poke. Oh, this could be promising. That is is that a bell or no, it's got feet. The bell has feet. Marat, if you come back, no, I broke your statue on purpose. Because you're an idiot, you should be punished. If not for your ridiculous quest, the Minto would still be here. You went out there because of you, so I'm destroying your statue. You had a terrible eye for proportions anyway. Alright, this has got to be it. I hear a shiny. I hear a shiny. Hello? Hello? This is the first time I've ever just found things.
Try it out.
I don't think I've ever been down there. Oh, that's the Pargroom Cache. Okay, so I've not been down... I don't know if I can, actually. I'll have a little look. Only a one to go, though, and this one looked pretty promising, so... hopefully. It's not down here. I guess it is a dead end. Right. Amidst sprawling ruins of the faithless of old, the Aedyr... Oh my god. Amidst the sprawling ruins of the faithless... Let me try again. Amidst sprawling ruins of the faithless of old, the Aedyr eye has waited for years untold. There we go. So, a lot of skulls. Right, so it's the Godless Ruins. Where are they again? Up here? It's got to be Naku Kabel, right? I don't think there's any other Godless Ruins. It's got to be. It's got to be. It's got to be. Are they godless though? Because they had a god. They're Sapodal, but they're godless now because Sapodal. Were they ever godless? I don't think they were ever godless. Not really. It's just that we didn't know Sapodal existed, right? So we considered them the godless. It's gotta be. Sprawling ruins, faithless, godless, of old. They're dead. I can't think of... Unless there's something here that I'm not knowing about. It's nearly English. Let's have a little poke. We definitely explored this area as well, but again, maybe not with the utmost thoroughllarity, as they say. They don't say that, but they should. I think thoroughllarity should be a word. If you do something with your utmost thoroughllarity, you are very thorough. I think that should be a thing. I'm going to coin it. Thoroughllarity. It'll turn out it's already a word now. I don't know if I ever went down here. Can I pick you up? I can. That's a promising sign. Oh, that's also a promising sign. Maybe. That would be very... No, this isn't it. Ah, it's something. It's always promising when you find things full stop. Just because it means there are areas you didn't explore. So that raises the possibility of it being the right area. Ish. I can get down there as well. That's interesting. Can I? It looks like I can get down there. Yeah, okay, there's a little bridge there. Let's go check that out. I don't think I came here either. Okay. This is promising. This is very promising. Becoming less convinced with every passing second, however. Wasn't I just here a second ago? No, this isn't it. This ain't anything. I've already been in here. I vaguely remember this. Oh, man, I was excited for a second then. I don't know whether I should be looking around inside or outside. So I kind of have to thoroughly do both, otherwise I may never know. Hit! Nope, nearly. Sort off. Right, I don't think it's down here. I think I can safely move on to the next floor. It's the last one. It was always going to be a little bit more of a nightmare than the others. It's just, I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they ensure that the last one you find is always the worst, but that is a skill that all game developers have honed over the years. I keep seeing this flash of purple on ladders. I'm wondering if it's my weapon, maybe? Yeah, you see it just then? I mean, my weapon is very purple. I think I'm catching the aura a little bit when I move like that, yeah. Don't think I went over there. See if we can get down that way. And when I got to this bit last time, I kind of focused on progression, you know? That's where we went. Oh, no, maybe I did go down here then. Nope, just getting moist. Which would give me a damage boost if I was using that thing from before. Oh?
After you.
Oh? Okay, oh? Promising, very promising. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. This is... Go. Okay, I don't know what this is. It's not what I'm looking for, but there is a unique. Big old pillar of ice. God damn. Whoop, 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 whoop. Bonk. I mean, these are only level 1 enemies. They're very weak. The pillar is really good, though, because it just sits there, casting out this frozen aura. Okay, I think it takes 2 power attacks for poison. Get bonked. Oh, Verska? What? Spooky spider.
No. No, it will be unsafe.
Pull of Eora. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Yeah, there he goes. What have they got? This happens too much. Welcome back.
Come on. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, health management is definitely more problematic than it was, and that was inevitable, wasn't it, really? But it is fun with the stun. The poison doesn't feel great. I think the health management is so important that I'm probably going to swap back. This is not even what I'm looking for, by the way. It's cool that I found it, though. Unless it's in here as well, but I doubt it. No, Wavebinder robes. 25% critical hit chance with pistols and arquebuses. 30%. I mean, it's rubbish. I mean, no, if I was using a pistol or an arquebus, that would be insane. 30% crit chance is crazy good. But I'm not, so it's rubbish.
Gather round.
Yeah, I'm gonna swap back. I think it's, you know what? If I was healing mid-combat, it would matter less. But because I'm not healing, I need some form of sustain mid-combat. And it means I need to use Last Light a Day. and pray that someday we find another weapon that will also heal us mid-combat, and then we can use something else. But until that day happens, I'm afraid not. And it's because of my own silly little rules, but I think those rules are important to making me enjoy the game more. Not that I wouldn't be enjoying it, but I like the challenge, you know. Right, I officially don't know where to go, unless it's inside. I guess I'm gonna go have a look, if I'm allowed back in anyway. If not, then I know I'm lost. Alright then, in we go. Indigo, in we go. Purple, lilac, indigo. Is this a song? Not really. I'll find a way though.
It's getting a little crowded. We should go.
Right. Are they gonna keep spawning? Actually, now that I think about it. I really like this spell. I'll say that much. I really like this spell.
Darling, I'm ready to go. Now.
Never will be unsafe! Ten! What's that rock?
This spell's pretty sick as well.
You won't get through this! Onward! Ten!
As much as I hate to leave, let's get out of here before more dreams pop up.
The frost accumulation on this is really good. Yeah, they keep spawning. It can't be in here, surely. It is non-stop. Right. So
Gather round!
it's gotta be, right? I can't. Where else would this possibly be? Bah. I guess it's got to be somewhere else. Are there any more ruins anywhere on the map? There's ruins. There's a shrine. That's where we got the first piece, though, isn't it? Yeah, we came down there. We went around that mountain bit. Yeah. The Great Sand Sea. I guess the Sand Sea ruins. Did I ever go inside there? I don't remember those. Let's go there. Let's go there. I'm gonna swap out my weapon as well. My weapon. Although I'm not, because there's no camp nearby, so never mind. We'll stick with it for now anyway. It's a really cool weapon. It's just I need the healing. If I was playing on normal difficulty, or if I was healing myself regularly, then I wouldn't worry about it. But
I'll fix it!
why am I now fully poisoned all of a sudden? It's like a brand new poison just ticked onto me. If it's not in these ruins, I retire. Well, no, I don't. If it's not in these ruins, I Google it, frankly. I just don't know where else it could be. I don't know if we went in here, though. We'll find out, I'm sure. Can I get up here? Maybe? Is this the right way? Probably not. Certainly doesn't look like the right way.
A branch breaks.
Oh, shut up. I'm busy. Alright. Okay, well, we definitely did come in here. Into the ruins? Yeah, alright. Maybe this is what I was thinking of. I don't think it is, though. I don't think it's here. Isn't this where I found the, Oh, Chico, hey.
I know you just talked to my uncle. You didn't give him the heart, did you?
Yeah?
But how could you? You know what he's going to do with it.
Do I? Oh, he's gonna die? What? Did I know that?
Oh, God. I'm going to lose my uncle. And for what? His pride?
You picked a merciful poison, it'll just be like falling asleep.
That's supposed to make me feel better? He'll still be dead at the end of it.
This is why I didn't know what Kai was talking about. Because we did this mission, but we did it in a backwards order, because we got the heart first. And I think when we talked to Chico, Chico wanted me to talk to their uncle. Chico was excited about me talking to their uncle. There was no mention. I didn't know the heart was going to kill him, did I? I don't think so. I think that's a revelation for me. So, you know what? I don't know. I mean, if I'd known, would I have still done it? Probably. At the end of the day, yeah, if he wants to go, he wants to go. That's his choice to make. I do think assisted suicide should be a thing. I've always been in favour. Euthanization should be a thing. It's utterly ridiculous that it isn't, quite frankly. But I can see why, because it would be a nightmare to regulate. You'd have to make it very, very strict. And even then, it's going to come down to judgment calls. But still, it should be a thing. What's this? Are you a thing? Nope. Where the heck is it? These are godless ruins, I'm pretty sure, so... It's got to be here somewhere, right? It might be inside, but I feel like I explored the inside pretty well. Although, was there not a door on the interior that we couldn't figure out how to get past? Maybe. Did I ever... oh god. Did I ever go down here? Oh, hello, 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 hello. All right.
Those artifacts you found fit together somehow. Let's have a closer look at.
Did I not come down here? Did I just jump all the way to the bottom when I came down here? Maybe. Did I ever come here? I'm not sure I ever came here. That's the way we came out, right? Okay, I remember that. Yeah. What a pain. Okay, cool, done, sweet. Let's go to a camp. Actually, we're heading that way, right? I guess we're going to teleport again anyway. So let's head to a camp. Let's swap out our sword again for now. And then we will put together the totem. I'm also considering dropping... I can't bother respecking again. I don't like... I never know if I'm going to use something until I've got it. I don't really like Arcane Seal, if I'm honest. It's not something I think I'm ever really going to use. I feel like Arcane Seal is more for... If you're a full caster, maybe you're going to use it, you know? But me, I'm not so sure. I'm going to keep the Star of Unbeing, of course. Yeah, got my boy back. I'm so sorry last light of day. I can't believe I didn't use you for a few seconds.
So much about ghost stories, Giada?
Well...
Okay. Let them lull you. Dream.
It cannot be a god. This is preposterous.
Yes, but have you seen what has passed before? The most preposterous things are always true. A god unbound to us. What does it feel? What does it think? It fascinates us.
It is not one of us. We must be sure of its intent.
Motives.
Intent. Action. We do not hear a melody in this god's motives. It is a neophyte, plinking how it will.
Am I to believe it is ignorant of its power?
Even the child at play steps on ants in the garden.
Just this once, I wish you would make sense.
Macron is done with this nonsense.
My mind is clear.
If we cannot quantify this god, we cannot be sure that it will not challenge us one day.
Parry before the lunge, then.
I will not act now, but I will watch and wait. I will not brook another Wodeka, from outside or within.
Odds. I could roast a Balrog on the energy coming off this thing.
Critical hit, steal, high random accumulation. I like that one. Second wind cast, I don't care about that. 5% critical hit chance, 2 intellect, 2 perception, restoring essence, restores health. Hello, beautiful. Activating a level 15, level 20 ability grants plus 5% damage reduction. Okay, this is sick. This is really, really good. That's the first time I've looked at all of them and thought, yeah, I like every single thing there. I like the high random accumulation. I think that's cool. Restoring essence restores health is obviously fantastic given how much essence we regenerate. 5% crit chance is really good. Plus 2 intellect, plus 2 perception is pretty sweet as well because that's even more crit as well because perception gives crit. This feels like it's made for a battle mage, you know? Cool. Absolutely using that one. Not even up for debate. Right.
I wanted to say that I'm sorry.
Let me just see if there's anything I need to do. What's my crit now, then? It's 36%.
Thanks, Marius.
Don't know why I've kept all these grimoires, but whatever. Let me just look here at these. God. I really shouldn't have kept all these as well. So that's 5% crit. That's 5% crit. Didn't I have crit damage 15%? Didn't I have a better one than this? Critically hit steal poison damage. That's interesting. I thought I had a really good crit damage something. Did I get rid of it? Let me just double check all these. Oh yeah, okay. Bear with me here. Bear with me. Okay. So, at the moment, I've got 36% crit by base, and I've got 50% crit damage. I don't use shock damage anymore. So this is just minus 10% ability cost. So they're suddenly a lot worse. So I think that makes those probably worth using. The Trickster's Gloves. So that puts me up to, well, I get 1% crit chance, which kind of sucks. I'm surprised that's so low. But 25% crit damage is a really big deal. Okay. And then we've got the Painter's Brush. That would be instead of Poisonous Kit, which I'm fine with. Because the Poisonous Kit is okay, but it's useless against so many enemies, you know? So that puts him up to 42% crit. And this is without, it's worth, oh, I'm going to have to respec, I think. I can't see a world where I don't use Sigil of the Arcane, though. I think that is too good. 2 intellect, 2 perception. How much is that worth? In terms of crit. So that's crit 43. That's crit 42. Yeah, so I mean, that only has 1% more crit than that because that's got 2 perception on it. So that makes that pointless. I'm trading 1% crit for 2 intellects. I don't think that's worth it. And also, it's better to have 2 perception than it is to have the crit because perception, I get like, you know, skill checks in conversations. And I don't think that's worth it. I think this is what I'm going to rock with then. Sigil of the Arcane, I really don't think I'm ever getting rid of that. That's so strong. But I'm gonna get my crit chance higher. I'm gonna respec again, be slightly annoying. Charge, my beloved. Especially because I'm not using a mace anymore. Oh wait. Oh, critical hits with melee, deal 30. Okay. Wait a minute. So that means my crits now hit for 105. That makes every point of crit hit for 30% more, essentially. Well, 15%. No, 30% more. Yeah, that's really strong. Right. I only need to put 3 points in this. I'm not going to put points in Arcane Steel. I'm just not going to use it. I know what I'm like in my heart, and I just know I'm not going to use it. So I want points in Freezing Pillar. This Freezing Pillar is awesome. I want points in Missile Salvo because it looks pretty sweet as well. I like Blast of Frost as well. We obviously need Harvest Essence. I'm considering Frost Accumulation. It is 20% for a point. Definitely considering that, so we'll come back to that. I do like Arcane Veil. I don't use it that often. But when there's a lot of enemies firing arrows at me, I do throw it on, and it's handy. So I do want to grab that, I think. We want one-handed damage for sure. We want crit. Crit has suddenly become far more powerful than it was. I didn't see that crit damage one. I'm not worried about power attacks right now. Right, so I've got 6 points. I want to put 2 there, and I want to put 2 there. So that's 4. I also want Survivalist, that's 6. So what else? So I also want at least a point in Toughness. I think I want 2 in that, but probably not 3. The second point's worth 20% more damage, which is a lot. But the third's only worth 10, so I'm going to put a point in that. I kind of want Retribution as well. I don't hate that, actually. That's 15% damage. It's okay, 15% damage straight up or 5% crit. It's got to be 15% damage, right? Well, what's 5% crit worth? I crit for... Where's the crit damage one? So 50%. So I crit for 125% damage. Right. So 125, that means 5% crit chance is worth 6.25% damage. I'm pretty sure that's how you work it out. Do I need to explain how I work that out? In case people... Look, I've been doing this kind of RPG maths for my entire life, so it makes sense to me. I'm just going to go through my thought process, and you can tell me if I'm crazy. Okay, so if you have 100% crit damage, that means that a regular hit does 20 and a crit does 40, right? So each point of crit is worth a point of damage, basically, because you would do double damage for that hit, but you only... So if I go from 10%... Right, let's say I have 10% crit for 100% damage bonus, that means it's a 10% damage bonus because 10% of the time I'll hit for double damage and 90% of the time I won't. So 10% crit in that circumstance is essentially exactly the same as 10% damage. Because you double, but you only hit it 10% of the time. I'm pretty sure that's how it works, right? Yeah, because if you think about it, actually, it's easier to think about it. Let's say you've got 0% crit, but 100% crit damage. Every hit hits for 20. If you then got 100% crit damage, 100% crit chance, so every hit was a crit, then you would do 100% more damage, right? Because you're just doubling every single hit. So to see that the other way, you just lower that down. So 1% is worth 1%, 50% is worth 50%, 100% is worth 100%, right? You with me? Cool. However, we have 125% crit damage. It says 75 there, but it's 125 if you include the bonus. Oh wait, I've got a bonus 3% as well. I didn't notice that. So we're actually on 45% crit chance at the moment. Yeah? Yeah. It's also worth remembering though, critical hits deal high random accumulation. So doing more crits has more value because of that. But anyways, if you do 125% crit damage bonus, that means each point of crit is worth 1.25. Because if it's 100% damage bonus and one is worth 1, then 1 is worth 1.25 if you've got 125% damage bonus, right? It's the same like if it was 200% damage bonus, each hit point of crit would be worth 2% damage. Because you would Yeah, it's right. So 5% crit in that circumstance, you times it by 1.25 in order to get the damage value, and a quarter of 5 is 1.25. So because we've got 125% damage bonus, so 5% crit with 125% damage bonus is 5 times 1.25, which is 6.25, right? So 5% crit is worth a 6.25% damage increase. However, that is being compared with a straight up 15% damage increase, which is obviously more. And assumedly that would also apply to my crits. However, wait, I've got 3 points. I'm going to put a point in here, and put a point in here. Because we got the high accumulation on our crit as well, that makes crits more value. So our crit chance is now 50%. And our damage bonus is lots as well. The third point is always worth less. That's only worth 10%. I don't really want to get that. That's worth 10%. That's worth 5%. I can probably ignore those now. So the next thing, I am tempted to go for Scavenger because we're about to enter a new area. And we're going to want to craft upgrade materials to get these weapons up as soon as possible. So I'm going to go Scavenger, I think, for my 2 points. One day we'll summon a bear. And then I'm probably going to get the 3rd point in Finesse and the 3rd point in Crit Chance. I don't think there's anything else I want in Wizard. I'm pretty happy with all that. I might get Armored Essence or the Frost Accumulation. Oh, maybe we'll put a point in this instead. No. I'm gonna go Scavenger. I've decided Scavenger is. I loved Scavenger and then I rebelled against it, and now I'm coming back round to it again.
It's a lot.
Right.
I've left people behind before, but it's different when you lose someone else.
Oh, I can't even use Arcane Essence.
So
interesting.
Sorry.
That's fine. I really don't care. Right. So
Every loss, Arthur.
need to leave. I don't know if I should be bringing Yachtley with me. Like, am I going to keep running into reasons to use her? What do I usually have? Oh, I remember. We need barrier. Not barrier. Arcane Veil. On the left, so I've got my heal, I've got my charge, I've got my haste, I've got my veil, got my 3 big damage spells. We'll probably put a point eventually into Arcane Seal as well. Into level 4 Grimoire, actually, it would be. It's because I don't have this maxed out anymore. I'd have to put a point in this as well, and it's not that big, so the slow doesn't seem that important. It's probably worth getting, but I'm going to prioritize more the Rhyme, another point in Survivalist, and a few more damage things. I'm excited about this crit chance, though. 50% crit. Wait, that's base. Does that include? It does, right? That includes this. It's got to. I wish I checked, though. I'm curious about that. Either way, I'm very excited about the crit and then the high accumulation of random things. That will actually potentially make it worth putting a point in all 4 of these. Picking all of those up. And just ramping up or do this weird mass accumulation, myriad elemental effects kind of build, all while they're being frozen by the freezing pillar. And barraged by missiles. Sounds like fun. Right, we'll end it there. Thank you very much for joining me. Next video then, we will head to a brand new and I believe final main area, Galawain's Tusks. Cheers much as always. Bye-bye.